I told my wife her best friend couldn't come to our wedding. I could see Jen's name lighting up my wife's phone from across the table, and I knew this dinner was about to go sideways. We were finalizing our wedding guest list, but Sarah had been staring at that empty line where Jen's name should be for 10 minutes like it was personally attacking her. I don't understand, Sarah said. Jen has been my best friend since college. She threw me my bachelorette party. And you want her banned from our wedding? The couple next to us glanced over. I kept my voice low. I'm not banning anyone. I'm saying maybe we don't invite someone who makes every major event about themselves. One time, Sarah shot back. She had a breakdown one time at Monica's wedding during her divorce. You're being cruel, but it wasn't one time. At Sarah's sister's graduation, Jen showed up an hour late and FaceTimed her boyfriend during the entire ceremony, loud enough that people turned around. At Sarah's mom's retirement party, Jen got into a screaming match with the caterer, derailing the toasts for 20 minutes. At Sarah's own promotion dinner, Jen spent the whole night crying about her ex while Sarah comforted her instead of celebrating. Sarah shook her head. She's going through a lot. Real friends don't abandon people when they're struggling. I'm not asking you to abandon her. I'm asking for one day where nothing goes wrong. Sarah's eyes went hard. Fine. I'll call her right now and tell her she's not good enough to witness the most important day of my life. She grabbed her phone and walked toward the entrance. I sat there feeling like the villain, watching other diners pretend they weren't listening. Sarah came back 5 minutes later looking relieved. She was really understanding. She said she's been stressed and maybe it's better if she just enjoys the wedding without pressure. I should have felt vindicated, but something about how easily Jen agreed made my stomach turn. The call came 2 days before the wedding. Sarah answered on speaker while we addressed place cards, and Jen's voice came through shaking. Sarah, I'm so sorry, but I have to tell you something. Tyler proposed last night and I'm losing my mind. I need my best friend. I watched Sarah's face cycle through surprise and concern. Jen, that's huge. I know you're busy with wedding stuff, but could we grab coffee tomorrow just for an hour? I need to talk through whether I should say yes, and you're the only person who really knows our history. Sarah looked at me, already crafting her excuse. I'm swamped tomorrow, but please. Jen's voice shifted smaller, more broken. I haven't slept in 2 days. I'm having panic attacks. I just need 1 hour, Sarah. 1 hour, and then I promise I'll leave you alone until after the wedding. Sarah closed her eyes. Okay, tomorrow at 2, but I really need to keep it to an hour. Thank you. You're saving my life. The line went dead. Sarah immediately started defending it. She's in crisis. What was I supposed to do? 2 days before our wedding, I said quietly. The coffee meeting turned into 3 hours. Sarah came home exhausted and guilty. The morning of the wedding, while Sarah was getting her hair done, Jen called again. Tyler had cold feet. Sarah spent 45 minutes on the phone in her robe while her stylist waited. At the ceremony, I watched Jen arrive wearing white pants and a white blouse. When Sarah saw her during photos, something cracked behind her eyes. This small recognition she didn't want to acknowledge. During the reception, Jen pulled Sarah away 3 separate times for quick chats. By dinner, Sarah looked drained. When her maid of honor stood up for the toast, Jen's phone rang loud enough that half the room heard it. She answered it at our wedding and stepped outside for 15 minutes while Sarah's sister tried to salvage the toast. When Jen came back, Sarah met her at the entrance. I couldn't hear them, but I could see Sarah's shoulders tight with frustration, and Jen gesturing, explaining, defending, showing Sarah her phone like something was urgent enough to interrupt our wedding. Sarah walked back to our table and sat down without speaking. The DJ was cueing our first dance. You were right, she finally said, so quietly I almost didn't hear it. She just told me she's upset I haven't been emotionally available during her crisis. At our wedding reception, I took her hand and didn't say I told you so. I didn't have to. Across the room, Jen was crying to one of Sarah's cousins, making someone else manage her emotions while Sarah sat at her own wedding, finally seeing the pattern she'd been defending for years.